Hey guys, Ivan here with the Old School Labs, and we have 2021 physique update of Denis Wolf, the big bad wolf. So he hasn't been competing for a long time, and he's officially retired. This is his physique right now. So he had a surgery on his shoulder and bicep tendon, and then after the surgery, I guess he took a photo in which he actually looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, he's nowhere near the size that he had once, at the peak of his career, but it's still a good looking physique. I mean, most of us don't look like this. I'm sure many of you wish to look like this. I mean, he has six pack, he's really lean, he has like pretty good delts and arms, and there's a lot of definition. Chest looks good. Like, he's in a great shape, really. Like, some bodybuilders, after they retire, they start looking sort of melted down. Most of them, really. I don't know, maybe it's because they're trying to keep on their size and they just lose the shape or something like that. I don't know what is the reason, but whatever is the reason with Denis, he kept the shape. He looks like a fit man. Like, he's, I mean, not like a pro bodybuilder, of course, but maybe he would do well in classic. I don't know. He still has a lot of muscle and he still has the aesthetic lines. Maybe he looks more aesthetic now than before. Like, it's a good looking physique. Guys, I mean, he's lean, he has shape, he didn't lose, I mean, his waist looks smaller now, maybe. Yeah, it's only one photo and it was taken the way it was taken, and we don't really get to see much more than that, but from what I can see right here, and from all the other updates that he posted, if you guys have been following my channel, you know those, you saw those, he looks good, like, he looks fit. He lost a lot of size, but he didn't lose the conditioning. Like, he's really good, in good shape right now. And even after a surgery, like, usually the guys, when they don't train for a while, I don't know how long did he not train before or after the surgery, but he still looks good. I mean, I'm sure he's off the gear, or at least he's doing like TRT or something, and he's probably not really eating a lot, and I'm sure he's working out. Come on, don't tell me he's not working out. I know he had a neck surgery, but after that he had a comeback. So obviously he got that fixed, and now he's able to train, and now he had this shoulder and bicep tendon surgery, so maybe for a while he won't be able to train very hard, but once all that is healed, he will be back at the gym, and he will keep maintaining this awesome physique, I have to say. And we have another physique update of another retired bodybuilder. It's not as revealing as the one of Denis, but Cutler here is showing his arms, at least. So he's actually training his chest, but you can see the size of the arms, and you can also see the comment of Milos Sarcev. Look at those arms. I guess life isn't fair, because Milos doesn't have the best set of arms, and Jay always had everything. Like, he didn't have like super dominant arms, for example, like Phil Heath, but you would never say his arms weren't good, especially in that front double bicep. Anyways, here you can see him in a shirt, but you can still see his arms and forearms and overall the size of the guy. He's 47 now. He has been retired since 2013, guys, 2013, so that's 8 years ago. For 8 years, I'm sure, I mean, actually he talked about what he was doing, so some days he has like 5-6 meals. It happens like sometimes, but some days it happens he has like 2 meals. So he's not really trying super hard, but he's training regularly, as he says here, still the best part of the day, of every day. Imagine that. I didn't expect this. I mean, for somebody of his wealth, like, he has a lot of money and he has a really fun lifestyle. I mean, he has no kids, no family, he has a girlfriend, he's traveling around having fun, and still he says going to the gym and lifting weights is the best part of his day. I would expect Ronnie Coleman to say something like that. I don't know how much Ronnie can enjoy training right now, but somebody like him. But Jay also, he wasn't Mr. Olympia for no reason. Of course, he loves bodybuilding with all of his heart, and it doesn't matter for how long he was retired, he still loves it, and he will love it forever, and he will keep training for as long as he can. And he also managed to keep a fair amount of size. Not only shape, he also kept a lot of size. Like, he's not a small dude. He's a big guy still. Not as big as he once was, not as big as a pro bodybuilder, but bigger than most guys who lift, bigger than classic physique guys, I guess. He's big, right? He kept a lot of size, and he's in great condition as well. And I'm sure he's not really paying that much attention. I don't know what he's doing with gear, but I'm guessing at least TRT. Maybe he sometimes is blasting or something like that a little bit here and there. I don't know, but I'm sure he's not like completely off. I don't think he's natural now. Why would he be at 47 years of age after doing steroids for so many years? Like his body would not be able to produce any. So of course he's on TRT or maybe a little bit higher dose than just the TRT dose. I think a little bit higher because he kept a lot of size and he looks great for a 47-year-old. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below. Alright, so 11 weeks out of New York Pro, we have a physique update of Nick Walker. Take a look at this guy. Take a look at the conditioning. Not just the size. Yeah, he has the size. But the conditioning for 11 weeks out. It's great. He's really conditioned. He's really ripped. Based on previous performance, myself and many other people think that he will be second and that actually Justin Rodriguez will win it. He kind of deserves it in a way. He tried so many times and he got so close. But last year he qualified on points. If he won New York Pro, guys, that's a big show and the competition is not exactly fierce this year. So having such a big title for somebody like Nick Walker, can you imagine that? Like that would mean a lot. Less than a year after turning pro, winning New York Pro, that was once Night of Champions and third biggest show in the world. Now, maybe it's not the biggest show in the world, not third biggest, but it's one of the biggest shows. It really depends nowadays which bodybuilders show up. Usually, I would say the third best show is Arnold Classic Australia because it happens like 1 week after Arnold Classic Ohio, and all the bodybuilders from there also travel to Australia. So that was the third strongest bodybuilding competition in the world for a while. And it used to be New York Pro or the Night of Champions. It's not anymore, really. I don't think so. And this year, who are the top runners? Blessing Awodibu, Nick Walker, who turned pro last year, and Justin Rodriguez, who didn't win a single pro show last year, qualified for Mr. Olympian points. So yeah, this year it's not the best New York Pro ever, but still winning such a big title, that would be a huge thing for Nick, and it will give him a lot of momentum, and it will qualify him for Mr. Olympia. So he will have time to actually prepare, to get better, and to show up with all that momentum and rock that stage. I don't know how well would he do at the Mr. Olympia stage, but just seeing him up there among the other top bodybuilders, it would be just amazing. Your current Mr. Olympia is Big Ramy, the biggest bodybuilder, like one of the biggest of all time. And that kind of sends us a message that bodybuilding is all about being big, being a freak. And Nick is definitely one of those guys, so I'm sure he will do quite well at the Mr. Olympia stage. We'll see what happens, may the best man win, but honestly I'm cheering for Nick. Yeah, Justin kind of deserved it, but Nick is younger, he has more momentum, more people know about him than about Justin. And being so young and such a freak and turning pro last year and winning a pro show and then qualifying for the Mr. Olympia, that would make a hell of a story. And I would love that to happen, honestly, me personally. I don't know about you guys, but whatever you think, tell me down below. And also I want to mention quickly the best European, elite pro bodybuilder, Michael Krzyzek, I guess that's how you pronounce his name, I'm not really sure. Anyways, I'm sure you guys saw this guy before, you heard about him, but take a look at this. Are there any bodybuilders in pro league who have these kind of muscle bellies? I mean, this kind of quality of the muscle, of the skin. Who has this? I don't know. I haven't really seen this in pro league. I would love to see him on that stage with those guys. He is not exactly that good on stage as he is in the gym, but in the gym, he looks like a Mr. Olympia. I think he's a little bit taller than most of the guys in the pro league, the top guys. But even so, he looks absolutely amazing if you ask me. So here you can see him, his physique, in a room, of course, not on a stage. But look at the muscle bellies, look at the symmetry, the proportions, the size, the shape, everything. He just looks very, very impressive. I don't think he would look that impressive if he stood next to big Rammies and Bonax and Brandon Currys and so on. I don't think so. You can see him on stage right here. He has a huge frame and he still needs to fill it up. I mean, he's a monster. He's a really big guy. But with this kind of frame, he still needs to fill it up. Brandon Curry is not like this. I mean, he's much, much fuller than this. Or Big Ramy, whoever. But he has the muscle balance. He has the shape. He has the symmetry, the flow. Everything looks so beautiful. I guess he's great for Elite Pro. I don't think he will ever transfer to Pro League. Maybe someday if he makes the necessary progress, but maybe his physique actually peaked and that's it. That's it. It looks amazing, but it's not exactly super competitive in the Open, in the Pro League, in IBB. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it. If you want to see more, subscribe to this channel. All the best, guys, and keep it old school.